Okay, welcome back. It's 4:44. I'm Paul Cook. You're watching Today in St. Louis. For years, you've been told you need a real ID. Every time you go to the DMV, you see those signs. But this morning, Illinois leaders say otherwise. Our Mercedes McKay joins us live from Belleville. Mercedes, what's the deal? Why are they saying not everybody needs a real ID?
Yeah, good morning, Paul. That's exactly right. You see it at the DMV, those signs. I always get reminded when I even go to the airport about that real ID deadline. So this morning, the Illinois Secretary of State says they're seeing an unprecedented demand for real IDs. That's why he took to social media over the weekend, letting folks know that not everyone needs one before that May 7th deadline, and you not may need one at all. So let's break down whether or not you'll actually need one. Take a look at your screen now. Keep these things in mind. Many people think you need a real ID to drive, vote, and prove citizenship, but that's actually not the case. Your normal Illinois driver's license will still be valid, and you'll still be able to get your real ID after that May 7th deadline. Now, travelers, listen up. You can still board a plane with a valid U.S. passport, military ID, or global entry. But to fly domestically, you do need a real ID if you don't have the three forms of ID that I just mentioned. Now, Illinois has made it super easy to determine whether or not you need a real ID. If you just go to the Secretary of State's website, I looked at it this morning, there's a tab that says Real ID. You click on that, you can kind of go through the steps of whether or not you are required and really need one, especially before that May 7th deadline. I know people will be getting ready for summer travel, Paul. Also, just to talk about how high the demand has been, 12 DMVs in the Chicago area are actually only giving real IDs out on Saturdays. That's how high the demand has been this time around. Live in Belleville, Mercedes McKay, 5 on your side.
All right, great info there. Check this out. Overnight, a magnitude 3.9 earthquake struck the San Fernando Valley in California. The United States Geological Survey reports people in and around Los Angeles felt that impact. The quake was centered a little over a mile southeast of North Hollywood, and it happened just hours after celebrities gathered for the Oscar ceremony.
All right, let's talk about our weather impact forecast here at home this morning. And we're starting off this week with weather preparedness, severe weather preparedness week. And today is all about receiving weather information. So whether you receive it on your cell phone or through a NOAA weather radio, bottom line is you have to get warned some way, somehow. And so most of us use the cell phones these days. And if you do have your cell phone, and this is for the iPhone, by the way, you go to your settings, go to notifications, and under your notifications tab, click that. You'll see all of your apps. And at the very bottom, this section here, government alerts, you want to make sure your emergency alerts are turned on. So in the event of any severe weather, you will be notified immediately once that warning is issued. So that's how you receive the warning. And of course, with it being March, now we have a whole new pattern that is setting up. We'll actually have gusty winds as we go through the next few days. Our weather headlines do include some thunderstorm chances for Tuesday. Now, I think we're going to have some rain in the morning, maybe a few thunderstorms during that time frame as well. And then during the day, we're going to have rain, and there could be a few embedded stronger storms in the rain, and this will be through the day for you on Tuesday. Temperatures this week, well, they're going up and down each and every day, unlike last week when they, well, were kind of up pretty much through the entire week until the weekend came. And so this area of low pressure moving out of California, that's going to continue to move this way, and as it does so, increase the clouds, but also kick up those winds today. I think the wind gusts today could top 20 to 30 miles per hour. Tomorrow, the winds could gust to 30 to 40 miles per hour, and same deal for Wednesday. So it's 35 right now at St. Louis Lambert. The wind's not overly gusty out of the southeast at 8. Some areas away from Lambert in the mid-30s down into the 20s, like in Flora, Illinois, you're at 27, and Belleville, you're at 29 degrees. Our high temperatures today will climb into the upper 50s and low 60s, somewhere about 62 degrees in St. Louis Metro, Chesterfield 64, and Belleville 61. Now we're expecting to stay dry today. That area of low pressure does come our way. The clouds increase today, and then tomorrow when you wake up, we'll start to have areas of rain around. There could even be a few rumbles of thunder through the morning hours. We'll catch a break lunchtime. more storms develop in the afternoon. Heavy rain possible as well. And then on the back end of the system, once it clears away from us on Wednesday, the colder air rushes in. We'll still have gusty winds, but notice we could have a few snowflakes mixed in here on Wednesday morning as the system moves away. So tomorrow, that is our first weather impact alert for this week. We'll have another one for Wednesday for the wind, but tomorrow it's mainly because of the storm threat. We'll have the rain and wind through the day. A few of these storms could become strong, maybe possibly severe. Hail and wind would be the main threat, and then the storm threat clears away Tuesday night, but the gusty winds will remain for Wednesday. So it's not a high risk of severe weather for Tuesday. That will remain across Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi, but we are on the northern fringe of this, and so one or two of those storms could drift into our area and, as mentioned, produce gusty winds, maybe some small hail as well. This is not going to be a big tornado outbreak for us, so you don't need to worry about that, but of course, heavy wind also is a threat, even just on a regular day. So tree limbs, things like that, patio furniture, you really want to make sure you keep an eye on those for tomorrow and Wednesday. 62 for your high today. The weather impact alert goes through Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we go into the weekend, another chance of rain for Friday. Temperatures, again, going up and down through the week. 60s, 40s, 50s, that'll be the trend really all week long. All right, let's get back over to Paul this morning and track our traffic this time. Good morning, Paul.
Good morning, Anthony. Making our way around here and looking at that traffic. We do start the morning with an accident. This is on 70 in Bridgeton, 70 right before 270 if you're going west. So you'd be good moving on the west direction here. First off, the big map. It shows that you're moving. So that's really good. No big other delays. This one doesn't even have a delay behind it, but it is something that we want to make sure you know about. We're going to kind of zoom in here. And yes, that, of course, is the airport. That big area right there. That's the airport. Here's our accident. 70 west before 270. Don't worry about the exit number when those things pop up. This is 70 westbound right before 270. You do have a crash that they expect. Well, we're moving to Jefferson County, but they expect this accident to be moved aside about 5:15. So we do have a few minutes for that. This is the construction on the move, and a lot of folks kind of ad-libbing which way to go here. Just follow the signs. 55 at 67. We will have another take of traffic coming up, and you hear that music. Some big surprises at the Oscars, and we will let you know all about them coming up on Today in St. Louis.